Are you a tennis player? Or want to become one? What about joining the ranks of badminton or table tennis? Is racquetball still out there? Stay tuned as we explore. Game, set, match. One of the great things about living in Montgomery County, Maryland, is the recreational facilities. From forested natural areas to manicured urban parks, there's something for everybody. Racket sports, whether indoor or outdoor, have always been a popular part of that. In today's show, we'll show you why. To begin, we'll head over to the Wheaton Tennis Center to get the latest news from the Montgomery County Department of Parks. Tennis instruction has undergone many changes in the last 10 years, and the sport is seeing a resurgence.
There's all the news these days about the dangers of head injuries, and so many other sports, the dangers of physical ailments. None of those things are part of our sports.
Next, we'll go north to the new tennis plex at the South Germantown Recreational Park. After years of planning, it's finally ready for a volley. Then, we'll try our hand at badminton. This sport is also growing by leaps and bounds, holding court in many rec centers in the evenings and on weekends. After that, we'll switch gears and try a smaller racket, ping pong. Did you know that one of the premier table tennis training centers in the country is located in an industrial park in Gaithersburg? And it's open to the public. We'll end by showing you some of the free county-run indoor racquetball and squash courts. And through all of this, our experts will give us a few takeaway tips.
This is called a jive, and you try to keep it as low as possible.
So here's the first serve.
I'm Justin Reed. I'm the assistant manager here at Wheaton Indoor Tennis Facility. We offer a wide variety of classes and programs. So you want to keep the racket right in front. So here, turn perfect, perfect. We offer seasonal time. That's pretty much you can buy a court. So it's the same day and same time every week from September to April. We offer spot time where you can just drop in and purchase some court time. We offer group lessons from all ages, from 4 all the way up to 65, 70 years old, beginners, intermediates, advanced. We offer summer camps during the summer. They run from the end of June to the end of August. You ready? No pressure. Come on over. Good try.
No, I know I should put on.
Outdoor program, we have a condensed program outside. We have classes that meet either Mondays and Wednesdays or Tuesdays and Thursdays. And the rain makeup day are usually on Fridays, and it's all ages as well. It's 4 to 65 outside, and it's all levels as well. Intermediate, beginner, advanced. We also offer programs at Pauline Betzatti and Cabin John. We offer kids programs, teenager programs, and adult programs. Intermediate, beginner, and advanced classes, cardio classes, match play classes, very similar classes at both facilities. The Pauline Betzatti at Cabin John has the Smasher.
Excuse me, how much is it to rent the Smasher?
It's about $10 per hour, young man.
And it's good if you don't have a partner. You can just go out there and just bang some balls around for an whole hour. It's great. USTA has come up with an amazing program. It's the 10 and under program. It's ages as young as 4 years old up to 10 years old. They use specialized balls. They're not as small and don't bounce as high and as fast as regular balls. So they're a little bit softer, a little bit bigger. It allows a kid to see the ball and as well as they have specialized nets. They're not as high, so it's a condensed version of tennis and allows little ones to be able to play tennis almost automatically.
The Montgomery County Tennis Association works hand in hand with the programs and facilities at Montgomery County Parks. Here's Frank Hatton of the MCTA to tell us more about the organization.
Montgomery County Tennis Association is the local CTA of the United States Tennis Association. We're in existence to set up junior and adult tennis activities for the citizens of Montgomery County. Well, the parks are a big provider of the courts where we set up our leagues, our junior team tennis, our quick start tennis, and without the parks we could not provide those services to our residents. Montgomery County Tennis Association has about 6,000 adult league players, 1,500 junior team tennis players, and we've grown in size dramatically over the last 7 to 8 years. Part of the size increase is due to the wonderful new facilities that the county has brought forward. Of course, we worked with the county and the parks to bring about this beautiful facility here at Wheaton Indoor Tennis Center. In roughly 2007, this bubble was in disrepair, the heating was in disrepair, it was cold in there, and there was a general sentiment that there wasn't enough tennis interest to put it back up. We helped coordinate the focus groups in Montgomery County to show the county government and the parks that there was a huge demand for tennis and that the citizenship wanted this to be a tennis facility moving forward.
It's a great facility. I think the benefits of this facility are we have AC. It's very cheap, it's $15 an hour for spot time. You can also do seasonal contract time during the summer, and it's even cheaper, it's $12. In the wintertime, it's our busy time, we do fill up. We have an online reserve system, so you can go online and reserve courts. You can also give us a call and reserve them. So we now offer foreign language classes. It's English, Spanish, German, and French. The class is taught in English, but if there's a Spanish-speaking student in the class, the instructor will instruct that student in Spanish. We have amazing instructors. They're all USPTA and PTR certified. They have years and years of experience. They're great with all levels, tournament levels, beginners. And they're very patient with kids that might be shy or might have learning disabilities. They're very good instructors. I always think of tennis as being a lifetime sport. We have folks in here in their 80s and their 90s playing twice a week. It's a great sport to be involved with.
Like the first lesson, you're hitting them a lot better.
You know, tennis has so many strong points. Of course, tennis, you know, there's all the news these days about the dangers of head injuries, and so many other sports, the dangers of physical ailments. None of those things are part of our sport. Tennis is truly the sport of an exercise regimen of a lifetime. It can be a grueling 3-hour match, or it can be a social component that 4 70-year-olds are enjoying. There's so many different ways it can be enjoyed. It's booming these days. Our leagues are booming. Our junior team tennis is booming because people are really recognizing both the safety aspects of tennis and the wonderful time aspects, and it's so much more economical than other sports.
Perfect. 2 more. Perfect. 1 more. Watch that ball. Very good. That's the basics for a 4-year ball. Thank you guys very much.
Joining the Wheaton Tennis Center and the Betts Addy Tennis Center is a brand new facility at the South Germantown Recreational Park. We got to go behind the scenes as it prepared for its grand opening in September 2012. Come on!
So what is this going to be?
Tennis court, indoor tennis courts.
I'm Kevin Dowdell. I'm General Manager of the Montgomery Tennis Plex. We're in the South Germantown Recreational Park. It's one of the most amazing parks in the whole eastern seaboard. There's almost 700 acres here. 1.5 million to 2 million people come into this park every year, and we've got an exciting day here. We're putting 2 bubbles up, and they will house 8 indoor courts that will be up year-round. They'll be air-conditioned, so on a day like today, we can be inside in the cool air instead of out here in the heat. And now we're putting up the bubble, which is a very important step.
Got it. My name is Chip King. I'm with Bishop's Tennis, and Bishop's Tennis is the contractor in charge of the air structures and the tennis courts, the tennis court lighting, and all things tennis. Today we're hoping to get the air structure, actually both structures, in the air.
Coming up. She rises.
Turn on the fan. Will increase the pressure inside of the dome, which is airtight, and that will raise a static pressure internally to maintain the structure. It will basically grow in size. Hopefully this will be the first time that it goes up, and it will remain up until its old age. These structures have a control system which has some building automation intelligence involved in regulating the static pressure of the building based on external conditions like wind speed or snow load. On a day like today where there's really no wind, it would modulate the static pressure down. On a day where the wind speeds are higher, or in the winter when there's a possibility of snow, it detects those conditions with external sensors and modulates the static pressure to a higher set point.
For 9 months. It's amazing. It's going to be the best thing ever hit Montgomery County.
Chip, we need to get that hose.
I did.
We can open this up to get some AC in here.
You're bringing indoor tennis to the county in a big way. Hello? Hello? It's me, Chip. All these vertical panels will be, insulation will be put in each panel to insulate the structure.
What's the best part about this?
The best part is giving the owner the key and walking away.
The domes provide a temp-controlled environment, get you out of the sun, put you in the best playing situation. The lighting is fantastic, and you know, indoor tennis is actually becoming more popular than outdoor play because it's a controlled environment.
We have 8 indoor courts. There are a bank of 2 courts, then a patio, and then a bank of 2 courts. So there's space for viewing and physical training, and it just opens things up. It's a very nice aspect of the bubbles. We also have 4 new outdoor courts, which you can see behind. They're lighted for evening play. We have a clubhouse here, a modest clubhouse where we'll have a front desk where people will come in and register, and offices, and a multi-purpose room where kids can do their homework, and we might have yoga in there and other activities.
We're going to have some MCTA tennis events here. We think it's absolutely fantastic. It's in a great location. We need more tennis out here. There are lots of people here who would like to play tennis, so we're very enthusiastic about it.
It's not going anywhere. It's completely safe. If you've played tennis in an air structure before, you know that it's almost the ideal environment for playing tennis.
It's a big deal for Montgomery County. Because we'll be a place where hundreds and thousands of people will be able to play tennis here with great instruction, first-class instruction on a year-round basis. It's a really great service for the county, and we really want this to be the best community tennis place in the entire country, and we're on our way to doing that today.
The South Germantown Tennis Plex promises to deliver great indoor tennis to Upper County residents. Like the other Department of Parks facilities, there are fees to use the indoor courts, but all the outdoor courts, including the practice courts, are free. Many have lights, so there's no excuse not to become the next Andre Agassi. For more information about facilities, leagues, and lessons, please check out these websites. So when we come back, get ready to meet some powerful players who haven't even graduated from elementary school yet.
And last year, as a 9-year-old, she achieved the highest rating in U.S. history for a 9-year-old, boys or girls.
And learn how to do a hairpin net shot?
Hey middle and high school students, did you know you need 75 service learning hours to graduate from a Montgomery County public school? Student service learning opportunities allow teens to volunteer in the community, learn new skills, explore careers, and build character. You can earn your SSL credits through school-sponsored clubs or with community organizations. More than 665 organizations participate. Here are a few within your county government. For more information about SSLCs, check out these websites or talk to your school guidance counselor.
Welcome back to Parks Rec and Roll. Today's show is all about racket sports in the county. We've tackled tennis, so now let's hop over the net to badminton. Did you know badminton is the fastest racket sport in the world? According to Guinness World Records, a badminton shuttle once reached 162 miles per hour during a smash, compared to 138 miles per hour for tennis. So then why does it feel so mellifluous? We dropped into the Bauer Drive Community Center to find out.
My name is Gary Chow, or I am an instructor. So you go first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? It depends on their level. So give them basically the fundamental stuff and also what they need in this class. Since I moved to this country in 1994, it's almost more than 18 years. When I started to come here, there are not many people play. So when we come to the community center, like Bauer Drive probably is the most long history to play badminton.
I was looking for a sport to play with my daughter, who was in elementary school, and my wife's from Indonesia, and Indonesia has some of the world champions of badminton, so it's a real sport over there versus the backyard thing. And so I came here and I found that I was getting a lot of good exercise, a lot of movement, and working on coordination and timing, and so I thoroughly enjoy it.
Badminton actually is originally from, as I remember, it's from India. And then the British soldier, they went to India and then they find this sport and bring back to the British. So it's more than 100 years. Basically, it's the racket sport, as you can see, and then we use the birdie. We use the shuttlecock and we call it birdie because it's fly like a bird.
A bird, a shuttlecock. I started with Gary's beginner's class. In fact, he made me take the beginner's class twice. I'm not that good.
I was taking a Dynamite class in the other room at the same rec center and just saw them playing badminton every week and thought it looked like great fun. I'm still in the beginner class, but I'm slowly getting better and have a lot of fun playing with the other students. It's a lot of kids and I'm older, but it's still just great. It's fun.
When you actually play a game, you have that feeling when you actually play it and you win it, so it's really fun.
You like winning?
Yeah.
I like to play because it's actually fun other than like other sports, because like let's say volleyball, you have to go like and then you go like and then you go like and then this is different, you go like
When I'm playing it, I'm thinking about nothing else. It's the ultimate escape.
Oh, it's just a great sport. You know, you get to run around a lot, you get to hit this bird, it goes fast, it's fast, and you're moving, and it's a great exercise, you know. And not only do they have badminton, but they have like really kind of an advanced program here with a lot of players that have come through this gym, which is really interesting, and it's thanks to Gary.
I like playing because it requires a lot of endurance and it's a fun sport. I come from Urbana to play here, which is like around 40 minutes of a drive. So.
I live in Ellicott City, Maryland. I used to train here with Gary and I really respect him and I love coming back here just to play with him and maybe help him out. In 2010, I was among the top 3 in the nation, but as of now, I haven't been playing as much, and so I'm maybe like in the 20s, I'd say.
You're a college student now?
Yeah, I'm in college. This is called a jive. It's usually what we warm up with, where you just hit a bird quickly, back and forth over the net, and you try to keep it as low as possible. This is called a clear, where you hit the bird from one back end to the other back end. For scoring, you almost always need 21 points to win. It's best of 3 games to 21. But if it goes to 20-20, then it's win by 2. Most of the time, if I'm serving forehand, I serve it long for singles. So if I were to serve in singles with the forehand serve, it would be like this. Yeah, this is how it would look if I did a backhand serve.
One thing is you cannot let the birdie drop to the ground. You need to hit the birdie before the birdie drops to the ground. So your reaction, your agility, your speed gotta be faster now. The second thing, big difference, especially different from tennis, is we require a lot of wrist skill instead of the arm or your shoulder. So your wrist gotta be very flexible.
It's mostly technique, so you don't really need like strong muscles or something to hit hard. If you just hit the bird right and in the sweet spot and you can do it consistently, then you'll get good power and you'll have good control and you'll be a good player.
So it's a good sport and people love it now.
The Montgomery County Department of Recreation offers Saturday morning classes in badminton. Open play gyms are available most evenings at rec centers including Bauer Drive, Caulfield, Damascus, Germantown, Leland, and Potomac. The city of Rockville also hosts badminton open gyms. Our final segment today takes on table tennis. We traveled to the Maryland Table Tennis Center in Gaithersburg, where future Olympians train next to recreational players.
This is the Maryland Table Tennis Center. We've been open for 20 years. Coaches Chen, Jack, and myself opened it way back in 1992 because it was a lot easier than driving from house to house. Everyone told us it'd be impossible. There aren't enough players to support a facility like this. And what they realize is, of course, if you have a lot of coaches coaching, people say, hey, look at that. And so, of course, it filled up, and it worked really well right from the beginning. And you can see it's huge with 16 tables, sometimes 18. Yeah, the Maryland Table Tennis Center, it's for all ages and all levels. Adults come in a lot of times for open play because we're open 7 days a week. Friday is great because the place is just jammed and there's players all levels, all ages, all over the place. So you'll find some people to play for sure and they'll sign you in your groups. Now, among our junior players, we have Tong Tong Gong, top 4 in the country, and he travels with the world on the national cadet team.
It's fun. You get to meet a lot of new people, and like it's a good exercise, and it's just a fun sport.
Derek Nee, he won the under-12s at the U.S. Open. Had some big battles there. And pound for pound is probably the best player in U.S. history. He just races around the court like an incredible athlete. Another is Crystal Wong. She's 10, and last year as a 9-year-old, she achieved the highest rating in U.S. history for a 9-year-old, boys or girls. We have Amy Liu, who is number 3 in the under 13s in the country. Another of our top players is Nathan Xu. Nathan just got back from training 6 weeks in China. Last year, he was the United States Junior Olympic under 16 boys gold medalist.
The reason I moved here was partly because of table tennis, you know, because there are all these players around here. Because I used to live in Connecticut, and you know, there aren't that many people playing there. So we moved here, there are a lot of people here, a lot of kids my age that played here.
Tell me what you're trying to do with this drill.
I'm trying to get my serve to, you know, be lower. Montgomery County was really supportive because, I mean, like at my school, I've heard that other schools, sometimes they don't let you go out and play tournaments, but here, they like give me excused absences if I'm going out to play a tournament and, you know, or I'm competing.
Nathan's at the International Baccalaureate program at Richard Montgomery High School. The school is really supportive and they help him with his schoolwork, give him extra time, but also always encourage him to also do well in table tennis. So we think Montgomery County is a really great place for kids to grow up.
Timmy Law was the finalist at Standing Disabled at the Nationals last year. He has some problems with his fingers and other things that makes it difficult to play. Playing the Paralympics in 2016, so he's got long-term goals. So he's really training hard for that.
I'm 19, I go to Montgomery College, and in 2010, when people were telling me about the Paralympics, I started getting serious.
This is Bowen Chen, and he came from Guangxi, China. He shared his talents with our kids, so our kids get to see what it's like to be one of the best players in the world. He's a penhold, a Chinese traditional penhold, but with a new way of playing with backhand. We call it reverse backhand. So he's a special type of player that we really need for our club, so our kids get to also experience different types of playing table tennis.
The guy in the green is Mort Greenberg. He's the United States over 80 national champion. He's from Baltimore and he comes here about 2 or 3 times a week.
I really like this place because it gives you a chance to play against other people in ping pong and really gives you a chance to find another skill. And you'll be amazed if you think, I know something, but now you know more. There's always something new to learn.
Right now we're having a camp. It's for all ages and all levels. One of the strangest things about the camp we're in right now is it's 3/4 juniors.
Speed up, Larry, speed up. I can get faster than that.
But then it's about 1/4 adults, and the adults are almost all in their 60s. So we have this strange thing. With all these sessions, we have all 60-year-olds and 12-year-olds practicing together. Now, we generally put them in by a level, but it doesn't matter the ages or whatever. If they're the same level, they can practice.
The Maryland Table Tennis Center is a private club that's open to all for a fee. Community Recreation Center ping pong tables are free for kids, but adults are required to pay a yearly membership fee, which is nominal. Before we sign off, let's check out the racquetball scene. Back in the late 70s, racquetball and squash were all the rage, and free courts were built in county parks. But its popularity has waned, and some of the courts have been converted to other uses. For example, the racquetball courts at Wall Park in Bethesda now house a dry land diving training facility next to the swim center. Another is slated to become a rain garden. But there are still courts available, most notably at the Olney Manor Recreational Park. If you're interested in finding players or starting a league, just call Montgomery County Parks. So that's it for today's show. Thanks for watching, and see you on the courts.
He's good.